Hello and welcome to my channel, Talisman Tarot. In this reading I want to ask the cards and spirit directly through channeling about how your person, the person on your mind, how they felt the last time you spoke, how they felt that conversation went, if you had a conversation. But this could also be like the last time you met, like what did they feel, how did they feel about you at the last time you saw them or the last time you spoke. And so I have 4 groups that you can choose from. This will be group number 1, this will be group number 2, this will be group number 3, and this will be group number 4. And so I will ask you to use your intuition and choose the group that speaks to you the most, the group that catches your eye, and that group will be your group. And if you need any more time to choose, then if you need any more time to choose, then you can always pause the video, but if you don't need any more time, then I'll just move on to the reading. Hello, group number 1, you chose this Tarot Cats tarot deck, and I will start with some channeling and then I will shuffle the cards for you. So group number 1, the people who will choose group number 1, how did group number 1's person, the person on group number 1's mind, how did they feel the last time they spoke to group number 1? Testing. There's something about testing. So maybe this person felt like you were testing them or something. That you were, I don't know, it's like maybe you did something or said something to them and you were trying to find out how they would react to it. So yeah, I think they might have felt like you were testing them, that you were trying to get some kind of answer out of them, that you were trying to make them react in the way that you were expecting them to react or something. Like that maybe you asked this person a very loaded question, like you might have asked them something where you already knew the answer to it. So I think this person might have felt like you were setting some kind of trap, or I'm also sensing like there might have been some kind of, not an argument, but you might have had 2 different ways to look at something the last time you spoke. You might have been quite open that you had a different opinion about something than they had, and so but let's see. So with the 4 of Cups, I think this person felt like you might have, I think this person felt a bit rejected by you the last time you spoke. Not like rejected, like really, I just think it's it's more that they might have felt like you that you were being rubbed the wrong way by them, or that if that makes sense, like that they got on your nerve or something, and that you were testing them to see like how big of a dick they actually were, and I don't think this actually was what was happening at all the last time you spoke, but for some reason I think this person got the impression that you didn't really want to have that conversation with them, that you were kind of bothered or even a bit bored with the conversation, that you were trying to rush it along, and maybe you started asking some loaded questions because you knew the answer, you just wanted them to say it, and so you rushed them along, tried to rush the conversation along so that you could get the outcome that you wanted out of the conversation, and I don't think that was your intention, but that was their perception of what you were doing. And so yeah, I think there might have been, like, I think this person felt like you didn't really care that much. I don't know, like that you were trying to paint them in a bad picture, that you were trying to set them up. Like you might have had a conversation and maybe there were other people around, and maybe you tried to make this person explain certain things in front of these other people, and they might not have been that comfortable with it, and so they might have felt like you put them on the spot or something. Maybe you had, maybe you talked about something, maybe it was a normal conversation, and maybe in your recollection of it, it wasn't really that big of a deal, but maybe they felt like you were trying to make them fail. Like maybe this person started talking about a topic that they knew very little very little about. Sorry. But they tried to act as if they knew a lot about it, and maybe you tried to make them explain more because maybe you did know, maybe you had a feeling that they actually didn't know as much as they made it out as if they did, and so there might have been some kind of situation here where this person might have felt like you were a bit hostile towards them, that you were trying to, like they were very much trying to succeed at keeping up this facade towards these other people that were around, and you kind of put them in an awkward position where they couldn't really keep up that mask that this person might be very very focused on how they appear to others, and so they like to have control over their own image, how other people perceive them, and so they want to present themselves as a very smart and clever person, and if someone comes in and starts challenging that, they might feel like that's hostile behavior, and yeah, so with the Justice card, I think this person, they might have felt like you were a bit self-righteous, or a bit sanctimonious in a way, that you were, maybe you had some kind of moral agenda, that when you spoke to them the last time you spoke, you might have had different opinions on something that has to do with morals, like what's good morals, what's the right thing to do in certain circumstances, and maybe you disagreed on some very, very core values, and so maybe you preached that you had the right way of looking at it. I feel like this could have had something to do with the pandemic, but I think it's maybe only for a few of you, but I'm sensing that the pandemic could have been the topic that you discussed, and maybe you felt like you had the moral high ground, and that they had a bit of like a bit more savagey sort of opinion, and maybe you were quite open about that, and quite like, yeah, so maybe you said that. So yeah, with the Queen of Wands, I think this person might have felt that you were kind of dominating the conversation, that you were maybe talking a bit over them, and talking as if you were a bit that you knew better, or this person could have gotten a bit of an arrogant vibe from you the last time you spoke, where they felt like you were, yeah, a bit too overly confident in a way, or overly confident in the fact that you believed that you were right, if that makes sense. And so I am sensing that the last time you two spoke was not a good time for this person. They didn't enjoy your conversation. I don't think they had very tender feelings towards you, but I am going to ask more about their feelings, their emotions towards you, more in detail the last time you two spoke. Five of Swords reversed. So yes, I think this person had strange. This is actually a very complicated thing, because, well, when it's upright, Five of Swords is about cheating, or it's about also being a bit of an opportunist, taking advantage of a bad situation, but also it's also about taking the scraps. Like it's about settling for the scraps, not necessarily settling for not necessarily settling for less than you deserve, but settling for other people's leftovers. or taking other people's leftovers, like in the like the guy who goes to a bar late at night and then just takes the drunkest girl in the room and takes advantage of that situation. Like but when it's reversed, I think this person might have felt that that you did not settle for him or her, for them, that you actually seemed to want to be there with them. You seemed to want to have the conversation with them, but they didn't really understand why, because the conversation was not going very well. It seemed as if you were a bit annoyed. So why did you stick around? Why did you, like, I think this was kind of the enigma for this person, was that they couldn't really figure out why you even bothered to talk to him or her, if you didn't, if you felt the way that you felt. And so I think, and like, it seems as if you could have, sorry, but you could have, you could have, yeah, I think this person felt like you didn't seem to just walk in and take the first person in the room that seemed like the first, like you didn't just start talking to him just because he was, sorry I keep saying him, but start talking to them even though, like, you didn't just start talking to them because they were the first person you set your eyes on. Like, it wasn't like that. I think they felt like you kind of chose them, and maybe you even chose them over some other people. Like, I'm sensing some kind of situation where there were some other people there that actually wanted to talk to you at the time. Sorry. At the time, but you chose to talk to them, this person, you chose to talk to this person instead, and so they felt like, okay, they felt, I think they felt quite good about that part. I think they liked that they felt like they were chosen by you, like you chose them, like you prioritized them over the others, and it was like there were no other people in the room, that you were actually focusing very much on them, and it gave this, I think this gave this, that gave this person a bit of an ego boost, that they felt like, okay, you actually want to talk to me, and you want to talk to me more than you want to talk to the others, and so there must be something special here. But then as the conversation started going south, and it started being kind of this small argument sort of thing, I think they felt like, why are you talking to me? Like, why are you choosing me over the others when you're just trying to pick a fight with me? And so I think, like, it's kind of like this mix of two feelings, the mix of feeling like you actually prioritize them and that you care about them in some weird way, but at the other, but there's also this part of him that feels like, why are you bothering me with this, like, and why are we having this conversation if you are bothering me with it, and I'm obviously bothering you with it, and so why are we keeping this going? So, but yeah, I think it's kind of like, as if upright, if this card upright means to take advantage of a bad situation, or then I think like this person felt like you actually took advantage of a good situation. Like maybe they felt like everything was good and fun, and like maybe you were at some kind of thing, like some kind of event or a party or some kind of fun setting, and so they felt like, we're having fun now, and so why are you taking advantage of a good situation to use it to turn it into a bad situation if that makes sense. So there are some mixed feelings here. This person certainly feels a certain strange type of way towards you, where they feel good when they feel like you, when you choose them. Like it makes them feel good. So there must be something there, but there's also like, it's very complicated feelings. It also seems as if there could be some other more complicated situations going on around you two. Like maybe this person has a relationship right now, or is in a relationship right now, or about to end a relationship with someone, or maybe about to go back to their ex, or like I'm just sensing that there is a lot going on as well, like around you two, and so that it could also be in your life that you have other stuff going on in your life as well, that also makes this whole situation a bit complicated. But I don't know, it's Five of Wands reversed. So I think this person feels like there is some deeper issue here, some unresolved issue, and I think this person can feel it, and they can also sense that you feel it, like, or I feel like there might be something, or maybe you can't feel it. Maybe there is actually no unresolved issue that you two have, but I think this person just, they feel like that must be the case, because you seem annoyed with you seemed annoyed with them the last time you spoke, and so I think this person just assumed that it must be because of something else, that it couldn't have been because of the conversation that you two had right in the moment, like that there must have been some kind of thing going on underneath the surface that this person just didn't know about, and so I think they felt like they wanted you to just talk about your real issue with them. Like they felt like you had some other issue with them that was clouding your view on them in every situation, afterward, like if that makes sense. And so they wanted to know what that underlying issue was. Like they wanted to know if there's something they did or something they said or so that made you annoyed with them. Like, I don't think there were. I don't think there was an underlying issue. Like I think you just happened to disagree with him at the time when you last spoke, and I think there wasn't more to it. But I think this person might have just felt like there must have been more to it. Maybe this person isn't used to people speaking their mind around them, like that they aren't used to people actually like disagreeing with them, and so it's something maybe kind of new. This person kind of makes me think of. And I think this person could be like an Aries or a Leo or a Sagittarius. Like I'm of course you know, but like I'm just sensing that this person has some has like a bit of like a very they draw a lot of respect to themselves from people, and it kind of gives off a bit of an intimidating vibe to people, where they don't feel like they can actually just say whatever is on their mind in front of them, in front of this person, because they feel like it's a weird thing. It's you can't really describe it. I've met some Aries people who were like this. Especially Aries, sometimes Taurus as well can be this way, like, and Capricorn, like they give off this, like this strange vibe where you just feel it instantly that it's not okay to say that they are wrong about something. Like you just sense that it's you're not in liberty to say that, and it's not something they say or do, or like it's just some kind of energy that they bring to the table that just sets the whole mood of the conversation, and you just know instantly that it's not that kind of crowd to like, I don't know, but yeah, so maybe this person wasn't really that fond of the fact that you disagreed about something, and they thought that you should just have agreed with them even though you didn't agree with them, and that's how it usually is when this person has a discussion with people, that people just agree with them even though they don't agree with them, because that's just, I don't know. But with the Four of Wands reversed, I think this person felt like I don't know if for some of you, I think you have known this person for a while. If I'm just, I don't know if, like, I'm just sensing that you might have started your relationship or friendship or connection not a long time ago, but a few years ago maybe, and maybe there has been like a a no contact kind of period in your life between that and now, but I'm just sensing that you might have created your foundation some time ago, and maybe both of you felt like it was actually a solid foundation that you created, but it seems as if now it's not that solid anymore. It's like both of you have forgotten what it was to begin with, what this connection was to begin with. And I think it's especially this person, I think they don't, they feel like this, the connection has changed in some way. It wasn't how it used to be. It was more solid before. Now it just seems as if you're a bit annoyed with them, and maybe you are, or maybe they are just more sensitive now to that sort of banter. But yeah, something seems to have changed changed lately, and so I think this person felt that the last time you spoke, they felt that the connection had changed, that it didn't have this solid foundation anymore, and with the Seven of Wands reversed, I think this person felt like I think this person felt like you were fighting them off a bit, and that makes sense because like when this card is upright, it's someone who's fighting off other people and like and trying to remain their ground by fighting off others, and when it's reversed, I think of someone who's like when it's upright, it's fighting off people because you are on top of things. But when it's reversed, I think that it might be, it's still kind of the same message, just in a different direction, if that makes sense. Where I think this person felt like you might have been fighting them off because you didn't feel like you were on top of things anymore. Like, and I don't think that's true, but I think this person sensed that maybe they're, maybe they've, maybe they felt like you were actually overcompensating by trying to seem more confident than you actually were, to maybe compensate for the fact that maybe you felt a bit insecure in that whole setting. Maybe you were very uncomfortable in this conversation, and maybe you felt a bit anxious about it, because maybe you didn't feel like you knew exactly where you had this person or where this was going to go, or you didn't really know what to expect. Maybe, like, I am sensing for some of you that you met this person again for the first time last time you spoke, and like for the first time in a few years maybe, or a few months or something, and so maybe the last time you spoke was a bit anxiety provoking for you, because it was the first time you spoke in a long time, and you hadn't spoken for a long time, and so you didn't know if it was going to be as as it used to be? Was it going to be the same? Had it changed? And I think this person felt like they could feel that it had changed, and they could feel that you might have felt a bit anxious about it as well. But this card here, the Seven of Wands, it's also about passivity in a way when it's upright. It's about being the one always in defense when other people are attacking you. And like the person that's passively always reacting to the world, never actually acting to the world or acting to change things, just reacting to everything. And so reversed, I think this person might have noticed a change in you, because maybe you were a bit passive before. Maybe you were the person who was always reacting before, and always maybe you used to have a tendency to be a bit defensive at times. I don't know, but I think it's not really that. I think it's more that maybe you were a bit passive before, and suddenly you have started actually acting, like taking action towards people, saying what's on your mind, instead of being passive aggressive, but actually voicing your opinion. And I think this person noticed that it had changed, that suddenly you were the one taking dominance over the conversation, leaving this person to be the defensive part, the passive part, and that was something new to this person. I just feel like something had changed for them. They felt like it was different last time you spoke than it used to be. So yeah, I think you have found some kind of confidence, and maybe this person believes that it's overly confident, or that you are overcompensating for insecurities, but I don't think that's the case at all. I think you just found your confidence, and you have found your worth, and you found out that you have a voice and you can speak your opinion proudly, and that there's nothing to be afraid of. And I think just because this person used to feel like you were a bit insecure before, and a bit passive, and a bit of like that type of person before, I think they feel like now that you're confident, it's not real. It's just you playing some kind of, like, that you're putting on some kind of mask, that you're not really, that it's not who you actually are, even though it is. But I think this person liked you more before, when you were a bit more passive, when you were just saying what you believed that they wanted you to say, when you were a bit being like a mouse, just staying quiet when you didn't have anything nice to say, and not picking your ballot, not taking up battles with people, like not standing up for yourself, and standing up for what you believed in. So yeah. But I think that's what they felt about you the last time you two spoke. So yeah, I think that's all I have for you, group number 1. I hope this reading was helpful, and if it was, please subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you in my next reading. Bye. Hello, group number 2. You chose this the Hermetic Tarot deck, and I will start with some channeling, and then I will shuffle the cards for you. So okay, group number 2, the people who will choose group number 2. What did the person on group number 2's mind feel the last time group number 2 spoke to them? I think there might have been something, this person felt like they didn't get the memo about something. That's something coming in, sorry, I have some allergies because of the incense, so sorry. But there's something about the fact that this person felt like they didn't get the memo about something. That there was something you hadn't told them, or that they hadn't been informed about. Maybe there could have been something about for maybe one of you. I am hearing something about dress code. Like they weren't informed about the dress code, or something. Like I just feel like this person was not in, like they were not in a good situation. The last time you spoke, they felt like they felt like they were a bit, what's it called when you're like out of your, when you're in an uncomfortable situation, where you're out of your comfort zone, where you feel like a bit anxious because you feel like you're the only person in the room who didn't get the memo about something, and so you stand out for some reason. And I don't know, there could also have been something about the conversation that you two had that maybe was a bit awkward because they hadn't heard some information about you that was very important, and so they might have asked you about your boyfriend, and then you said like that you broke up with him many months ago, like that's, or and so or something where this person asked you about something, and you didn't they asked you about something that then turned out to be a bit awkward because they didn't have all the information, that they felt like everyone else knew, but they didn't, and that they should have known. Maybe everyone knew because of Facebook or something, and this person doesn't have Facebook or something, and so they didn't get the right information about something because they didn't have Facebook, or because they didn't have something where maybe, I don't know. But I think this person felt a bit awkward in your last conversation. So they were feeling quite awkward. They were feeling like they didn't have the upper hand of the conversation, because information is power, and they didn't have it, and so they just kept digging themselves into like a hole because of something they I don't know, but they didn't know, so like I don't know why this person felt so awkward about it, because, well, you can't know what you don't know. Like, it's not a crime to not know things. But with the Queen of Pentacles, I think this person felt very I think they saw you as a very grounded person, but also a person that had, like, I think their feelings towards you were maybe that you had the upper hand. You seem to have all the information. You seem to have everything under control. You seem to have your life together. You seem to know everything you had. You seem to have everything on you. Like, maybe like, I don't know. It's like that's a weird thing to say. Have everything on you. Like, it's as if for some of you, this person lost something, like maybe some valuables, or like maybe their wallet, or their keys, or their ticket to something, or like, I'm just sensing that this person might have lost something, and then they had to find it, and you were just there, and you had all of your things on you because you're smart that way. Like, you have you can keep track on the things that you own. I don't know, it's a weird thing, but there might have been something where you also knew something about them, that you like, maybe you knew where their keys were. Like, if they in this conversation, they might have said that they lost their keys, and then you might have said, well, did you check your coat, or something, and so they did, and so they found the keys, or I'm just feeling like they felt like you had not only control over yourself, but also others. Like, you had just everything, not control, but like, that's not the right word for it, but like, you kept track on everything, and you were able to maintain structure, stability. And I think they saw you as a very balanced person, very I think this person might be a bit like shatterbrained or scatterbrained. I never know which one it is, but like, because I'm that too. But yeah, I think this person might be walking around with, we have this saying in Denmark where we say, like, some people walk around with their head under their arm, and I think this person is a bit like that, where they might seem a bit like they scatterbrained, or like they don't know what's going on, like, and they don't keep track on what's going on around them, or what's going on with themselves. Like, they don't have like they lose things, lose track of time. Oh shit, I had to go to that thing and it started an hour ago, and like that sort of energy. This person could have a bit of ADD going on, and so I think this person felt like they did not have anything under control at all the last time you spoke, and they just felt like they were and you were very you were very structured and grounded, and so yeah, I don't. I think they felt very happy about that, because of the sun. I think they were very, very happy about the conversation that you two had the last time. They had a very positive view on you, and they felt like you were amazing. Like you were like everything that they weren't. And so I think this person looked a bit up to you, actually. The last time you spoke, I think they admire you a lot, and they feel like not only do you take really good care of yourself, you take care of others as well, and you think about others, and you keep track on other people, and you make sure that they are all right, and you make sure that everyone is comfortable, and everyone has everything, has their keys and their wallet, and like you might be that type of motherly figure in a way, where, or you don't have to be a female to be that kind of figure. So you might be the mother bear of a friend group, where you take care of the group, make sure that everyone has all their things. Like if you met at a bar or a party last time you spoke, then maybe you made sure to ask everyone if they had everything, and like if you were going to another bar, or like, I don't know. I just think this person noticed that you take care of people, that you keep track on people and make sure that everyone has all their things, and that everyone is there. Like if you are in a friend group, you make sure that all of the members of the group make it to the end. Like you're a very good friend to this person, and that they feel. I think this. I don't know how good friends you are. I don't think you are that good friends. Like it seems as if you might not know. I don't think you know each other that well, or maybe some of you do. But for most of you, I think this is kind of like I don't know. But I think this person really wants to be your friend. They really want someone like you who can kind of take care of them sometimes, and so they value what you bring to the table, and I don't know if they have feelings towards you. Maybe not yet. Maybe it's too early to tell if this could develop into feelings. But it is a very good and solid foundation, because I think I see that this person admires you. They really want someone like you in their life. They feel like you are a lifesaver type of person. Like you're very, very valuable to have around. Like, and so they really want to keep you around because you can act as their head sometimes. When they are like a headless chicken running around in circles, you can kind of take the role of the head, if that makes sense. I am sensing that this person is the type of person who runs around in circles when they don't know what to do, and so yeah, I think this person sees the value in having you around and having you in their life. So I think they really wanted they want this to work out. With the Two of Swords reversed, I think this person might have there could be something at the core of you that this person might be missing, or they don't know what's in the core of you. Like this card makes me think of the core because when it's a strange association, but it's one I've been using for many years. So, but in Rider-Waite, the Two of Swords is a picture of a woman who is holding two swords, and she's blindfolded, and I see that as a core exercise. Like balancing those swords you need to have a very strong core to be able to do that. And so I think this person might have felt like there was something at the core that was missing. Maybe they felt like you didn't have a very good core strength for whatever reason. Maybe you did something the last time you were together that required a strong core or some core strength, and maybe you weren't able to do it for some reason. I don't know. I don't have a lot of core strength myself, and so like there are certain things that can be a bit difficult. So I can't really think of like an example, but yeah, there could have been. But I think it's more symbolic here. I think it's more of a. I think it might be more talking about how you don't have a strong core, not in your personality, but in your like. They might feel like either they feel like there's that they haven't connected with you on a core level yet, like they don't know who you are on the inside, and so they feel like there is this enigma that they still need to figure out, because they feel like they've peeled certain layers to you, but they feel like they can't really peel the last layers to find the core of the onion. But I think there's also a part of this person that thinks that, well, maybe because they can't find it, maybe it's actually not there. And I don't think that's actually the case. in most for most of you, I think it is more specific for some of you, but I think this person just they feel like something is missing. Maybe they also feel like there's some kind of secret that you're keeping from them, something that you haven't told them, something that might be the key to understanding who you are. And of course, this person is like not that what's it called, like perceptive. Like this person is not that alert, and they don't notice a lot of things because they are a bit airy, but I think they feel like they have tried their best to figure you out, but they haven't been able to figure you out, and I don't think they've tried their best, but I think they give themselves a bit more credit sometimes than they actually should. But I think they feel like now they've peeled off these layers, but really they haven't peeled off any layers. But like most likely it's just you giving them information, and so they see it as them trying to peel off the layers, but you gave it to, you offered. But yeah, I don't know. It's like something, they feel like something is missing, something, they need to figure something out about you, and they can't figure it out. They feel like there's some kind of mystery there, maybe a hole in your story, not because this person is like thinking that you're lying about something. Maybe it's the case for some of you, but I think if you've told your life story to this person, then maybe they feel like you left something out, that there's some kind of hole in the story that they want to find the answer to, so that it all makes sense to them. Yeah, so I think there is some kind of mystery. I'm also sensing with the sun here that this person sees you as this great person who's out there spreading happiness to other people, making sure that other people are happy, and the reason for many people's joy. And I think this person feels that way, and that's a great compliment. But they feel like at the end of the day, like, because I don't think it's in Rider-Waite, maybe, but I think it's in Tarot de Marseille. And in Tarot de Marseille, in that tarot deck, the sun is crying while bringing happiness to children underneath. And so I think this person feels like you are giving off this happiness to the world, but you're not receiving or you're not getting any happiness out of it. You're not happy and content yourself, and so there might be something there where they feel like you're maybe self-sacrificing, that you're doing things for others, but you forget yourself sometimes. You forget to take care of yourself, even though I just said that you that they think you take care of yourself as well as others, but maybe that was for some of you, and not for all of you. I am sensing a bit of a self-sacrificing thing here, and I think there might be some questions here where they feel like they don't know what you get out of it, like they don't see why you. I don't know. I think they just feel like it's it's not possible to just be a good person without having some kind of motive or agenda with being a good person, and so that could be the mystery that they want to solve. Like, what do you get out of it? What brings you joy is also like a question. I think they feel like they don't know what makes you happy. They don't know what. I don't know. I think this person, even though this person is a bit unattentive type of person, I think this person is like, if this person were to get in a relationship with you one day, I think this person wants to make their partner happy. They want to know what makes them happy, so that they can provide that. Like, this is the type of person who, like, you know, the type of person, like, if you say that you like something, they will just keep buying it, even to the point where you get extremely tired of it. But they will just keep buying it because they heard you say it once that you liked it, and that's the kind of direction this person needs. Like, this person is also the type of person who would tell you that they are not a mind reader. They can't read minds, so you have to tell them what you want from them. And it's very true, this person is not a mind reader at all. This person is not even like a reader of anything. Like, this person is not a good reader of the room. They're not good at reading a room. They're not good at reading people, feeling if people are, like, I don't know. So I don't know. But of course, don't hold it against them. They can't really change their personality. It is what it is. But with the Knight of Pentacles reversed, I think this person might be the type of person who takes it very slow. And like, they want, like, if this connection would turn into a more intimate connection in the future, which I actually think could be a possibility here. I think you will notice that this person is going to take their time with. They are not. They want to be completely sure before they make a move. Like, they want to be very sure, and this person, like, it takes a long time for them to be sure, because they are not that attentive. So how can you be sure when the very thing that makes you sure is something that you are very bad at finding or searching for, because you're not good at searching for anything. Like, this is the type of person, like if this person loses something, they don't know how to look for it again. Like, if they lose their keys, they don't know how to look for them. They don't know where to look. They don't even realize the most obvious places where they can be. Like, this person is kind of bad at searching for things. And this is probably the okay, I'm gonna be tough on this person, but this could be the type of person who had a mother who always did everything for them. Like, every time they yelled to their mother that they couldn't find their keys or their wallet or their phone or something, their mother would come running and find it for them, so that they never actually had to search themselves. And I think that has created a bit of this laziness. It's learned helplessness in a way, learned laziness, where they don't actually know how to find things, how to look for things, and so they don't actually know how to find answers either that they are looking for, because they don't know how to search for them. And so if they are like unsure about something about you, if they want like they kind of need someone else to point them in the right direction, and I just hope that's gonna happen. That could be the very thing that would solve this whole thing, or create like, if this is someone you have a crush on, I think if someone else, if their friend or someone said to them, okay, you need to make a move on this person because this person obviously likes you, and so why are you not making a move? And I think that's what it takes for them to actually realize, oh, okay, okay, that's what I'm supposed to do. Like, they have to have other people tell them, oh, that person likes you a lot. And so yeah, this person could be very oblivious to the fact that that you're interested. I don't think it has crossed their mind in any way that you have a crush on them. So that's not something that would come as a surprise to them. And if someone told them that, they would make a move on you, but they just have to realize it. And it's kind of this thing where I can see that the road to this it's not a straight line. It's not a straight road. But I think, yeah, so I don't think this person actually had feelings for you, but I think this person is the type of person who does, like, they don't develop feelings for someone until someone develops feelings for them, and then, I think they would develop feelings for you if they knew that you had feelings for them. I think they have sort of like a very, they have a mind that's very good at prioritizing the small space that sometimes is left for important things, and like I think not this person is not dumb at all. That's not really the case. This person could be a university student. They could be very, very smart when it comes to even things like quantum physics or something. But when it comes to like this person is a bit dumb on other topics, and I think when I think this person has an effective brain in a way, because like when they only develop feelings when they actually see that there's an opportunity for developing feelings. And maybe that's also a very restricted sort of emotional range, like that they I don't think it's a protection of the heart, but maybe they are protecting their heart, but I think it's more that just naturally they don't see someone as an option before they actually become an option, then they see them. It's a kind of this thing like, because this person has completely taken out of the equation the word searching for things. So they actually only find things without searching for them. And so that's how you that's how you find love, but it's passive. Like you wait until the other person comes, like, and comes to them, and so they have to. The love has to reveal itself to them in a way where they are not searching for a partner. They are not looking at a person like you. Like when they talked to you the last time, they didn't look at you and think like, oh, I want to make a move on you, because you weren't an option at the time. When you become an option, they see the possibility. They can then develop feelings. It's actually a very smart system, and it's very effective, very time effective. I don't know. I don't know what my point is. But yeah, I think with a Princess of Pentacles reversed, I think there is one thing where the only thing I can see that could be a bad thing here is, or not a bad thing, but a possible obstacle for this connection in terms of romance, is that this person, if you two study together and you go to the same class together every day or something like that, this person might feel like it's too close to home, that they don't shit where they eat, or whatever, you know how you say, I don't and so I think this person might see a bit of an issue with starting a romantic relationship with someone they study with, that could cause some awkwardness when they are studying, and especially if it doesn't work out, then it becomes even more awkward to keep going to class and all of that. And so that could be an obstacle that this person sees. But or will see. But I think this person had a very positive view on you the last time you spoke. They also found you very rational. I don't know if you talked about something like some kind of topic, maybe a political one, or religious one, or a moral one, or a philosophical one, or something like that. And maybe you talked about something, and I think they saw you as very rational, very, like, everything you said made complete sense. Like, they didn't disagree with anything you said. They might have tried to disagree with it, but I think it was more like playing the devil's advocate, really. I don't think they actually saw any problem in what you were saying, because it all made perfect sense to them. It was very logical and rational. And yeah, overall, I think they felt like the last time you spoke that it went very well. And they liked speaking to you. And they had a positive view on you. And so, yeah, and I think that's all I have for you. I don't think there is any more to say. So, yeah, that's all I have for you, group number 2. I hope this reading was helpful, and if it was, please subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you in my next reading. Bye. Hello, group number 3. You chose this Cleo's tarot deck, and I will start with some channeling, and then I will shuffle the cards for you. So group number 3, the people who will choose group number 3. How did group number 3's person, how did the person on group number 3's mind feel about their last conversation? I think this person I'm sensing that this person could be a very good friend of yours, or I think this person feels that way, and maybe they feel like you're better friends than you feel. No, I don't think so. But I'm just sensing that this person, I'm sensing best friend vibes from this person, that they felt like you were their best friend, or their closest friend. And so maybe you have some closer friends. Sorry, I have allergies because of the incense that I've used before the reading. Sorry, but I'm just sensing that there is something where I feel like it's the last time you spoke. It felt like it was the end of something. Like this person felt like it was the end of something. Like I think they wanted like the best of luck to you, or something. This person might have said that they wish you the best luck in the future or something. It just feels as if the last time was like the end of an era, end of something, and maybe even the end of the relationship or the friendship or the connection, or maybe you had, I don't know, but I think this person felt very sad the last time you spoke. Like they felt like because you are very close to them, they see you as a very close friend. They feel like you're one of the few people that they can actually confide in about things. Like they also feel like they've actually shared things with you that they haven't shared with anyone else. So I think they see this connection as very special, a very special connection. But I don't know why this person felt like the last time was the end of something, that things were going to change, or that things are going to change in the future, that things are not going to be the same again as it was before, that something has changed, something has ended, that it's not going to be the same way. It's going to... I think, like, I don't know why this person feels so without hope. Like it's as if this person feels like there's no hope for this connection. It seemed very okay. So Ace of Cups and Ace of Coins. So yeah, something has to end in order for something new to begin. So I think this person might have felt like this connection here was going to end because you were going, maybe last time you spoke, you might have told this person that you were starting something new, that you were moving somewhere else, or starting a new education, or starting a new school, or starting a new business, or starting a new something, I don't know. And I think that this person felt like that there was that in this picture that you were painting, like in this vision that you were sharing with them, that you had of the future, they felt like they weren't a part of it, like that was your thing and you were going off doing your thing, and maybe that because you're going to start this new thing, that you won't have the time for them, or that you won't. There's also, with the Ace of Cups, this could also have been that the last time you spoke, you might have talked about another relationship, like maybe that you had started dating someone else, someone new, and so they felt like, okay, I mean, okay, well, that's hopeless then. Like, then there's no hope for this connection if you've started a relationship with someone else. And so I just think this person felt like the vision that you had of the future that you might have shared with them, that they weren't in it. And so I think they felt a bit sad. They felt like it was the end of an era. They felt like things were going to change, obviously, because something new and exciting was going to start in your life that wasn't starting in their life. And so you had to go your separate ways. Yeah. What did this person feel about? How did they feel about group number 3 the last time they spoke? Queen of Cups. So I think this person, they feel like you're very, very lovely. I think they might have always felt that way. I don't know why I say always. Like, I don't know how long you've known each other, but I'm sensing that for some of you might have known each other for a few years, or even more. And so I think this person, like, in all that time that you've known each other, they have they might have had feelings for you, and I hate to say that, especially if you moved on and you didn't actually know that, but they had feelings for you. They had a bit complicated feelings though, but the feelings were there. Like, they liked you. They saw you as, like, as this very loving, caring person, especially towards them, probably. They felt like you actually genuinely cared, and that you were very close, like, to the point where they felt like you knew all their secrets. You knew everything about them. And they probably, yeah, I don't know, it's, like, with a raven here, I feel like you gave them, like you gave them a peep into a future together. And I think this person actually imagined you two in a relationship for a while. They imagined how it would be, and, like, they had a vision of like some kind of fantasy of you two ending up together. And I think the last time you spoke, it just, the fantasy kind of crumpled down. They felt like their vision started to fade away, because what they had envisioned suddenly had changed, because they hadn't, in their vision, they hadn't really taken this thing into account, that this could have happened, that you could have started something on your own. I think this person might have started something on their own. some kind of project, and they might have done it because they wanted to actually have something to offer you, like if you started a relationship. So they wanted to be they wanted to be accomplished first before they start a relationship, because they wanted to have something to offer, something that they could bring to the table. And so I think they actually worked towards getting that. And so they seem to have had some kind of plan for the future where you were in it, but they didn't plan around you having a plan too. So the fact that you came up and had a plan yourself, that kind of ruined their plan. And so, yeah, I don't know. I think it's kind of like, I am getting a very sad vibe from this person. Like, it didn't turn out as they had wanted. And our fantasies rarely turn out as we want them to, and so nothing unusual about it. But it's like, this person is a bit sad that it didn't turn out the way they had hoped it would. Seven of Swords. So this person, that's like, this person is a lone wolf. This person is, even though this person, like, they look at you in a, like, they admire you. They idolize you in a way, like they have looked at you as like their fantasy, so they have had really high, a very high or very positive perception of you. They put you in high regards. But it's also very egotistical in a way, because this person is a lone wolf. They are a bit of a cowboy who just does their own thing, goes from town to town, and has their own life going on, where they don't really take it into account that other people have minds of their own. That they have to adapt to. So this person is probably not very adaptable, not very immutable, probably a fixed sign. And so this person just, they want things to turn out the way that they planned them to. They want things to go exactly as planned. They want everything to happen the way they want them to, and but the problem is that you can't plan things, because people are, you can't plan things without actually getting the people that are involved in the plan. Like, you need to involve them in the plan. So yeah. I think this person is very smart. This person is good at strategizing, and this person has probably played a lot of strategy games. I don't know why that came through, but like they probably played like games like Civilization and like other games like that, and so I think they are very good at strategizing, but I think and I think they try to strategize their life as well, and they try to be 2 steps ahead of other people, but they can't, because they don't take other people's actions into account, and that's a very core part of being 2 steps ahead of a person. Like, you need to know what they are thinking, and if you're not capable of that, then of course all your strategies will not work. I don't know. This person seems quite not rational-minded, but very, that's not the word, but logical thinking. Like they're not good at creative thinking. They're not good at, probably also lacks some, they might lack some social skills. Like they don't know how to read people, and they look at relations to people in a very structured and logical way, and people are just not like that. People are like you if that makes sense. But with the Hanged Man, I think this person felt like they had waited for too long, and they realized that the last time you spoke, they felt a bit regretful that they waited so long, but they couldn't really do anything about it. So why wallow in that but. And I think they said that, like they thought that they shouldn't beat themselves up about it, because there's no point in that when they can't change the outcome. With the Knight of Coins. I think the last time you two spoke, I think there was a part of them that was proud of you. If you presented some kind of business endeavor to, like, if you talked to them about how you had started something new and exciting, some kind of project, I think they were proud of you, that you took that leap of faith, that you dared and was brave enough to just go out and get it, and take that chance in life. And I think in a way, like, they felt like that was nice, that was good for you, but also felt a bit bad for themselves, like sad on their own behalf. But also, like, I think they had they still thought that it was good for you, that you so they, and I think they were also kind of impressed by you, that you took that chance in life, or that you had started that thing. For some of you, I think they felt like you're doing something now that they would have never dared to do themselves, and so they are. There is a part of them that feels like you're very, very brave, and also very smart too. Like that you had some kind of idea and you realized that it was a really good idea, and then you just went for it. And I think they like the last time they spoke, they really thought you were very smart about it, and yeah. With the six of swords, yes, the end of for some reason at the end of the conversation, they felt like you were sailing in a different direction than them, that you were going somewhere, that you were sailing off to the horizon, and like you were not looking back, or maybe you were, but they just felt like you weren't, like that now that it was the end in a way. That you had moved on from them. They felt that you had moved on. That you also probably didn't need them in your life anymore. Like that they just felt like there was no place for them in this in your life. I don't know. It's or that you were separating in two different directions, like sailing in two different directions, and so it was bound to happen, and like it was no one's fault, maybe, or maybe it was. Maybe one of you made that. Like maybe you made a decision to walk away from this person, but I don't think that's it. I think this person felt like it was more the end than you did. I think you left the conversation feeling like it wasn't the end. It was that you were going to speak again in the future. No problem there. Like why wouldn't you? But for some reason they felt like that it was not gonna happen. That you were probably not gonna contact them again. That you weren't going to have time for them, and that you would live this busy life, and I don't know. So yeah, but I think that's all I have for you, group number 3. I hope this reading was helpful, and if it was, please subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you in my next reading. Bye. Hello, group number 4. You chose this Ramses tarot deck, and I will start with some channeling, and then I will shuffle the cards for you. So group number 4, the people who will choose group number 4. Group number 4. How did group number 4's the person on group number 4's mind, how did they feel about their last conversation? questionable. I think they felt it's questionable. It's a lot of things to take into account for this person. I think they felt like there were a lot of things to process the last time you spoke. You gave them a lot of things to things to think about afterwards. There's something about maybe a peace treaty in some way, like I'm sensing that you might have buried the hatches about something the last time you spoke. You might have brought it up. You might have brought it up. You might have brought something up about the past last time you spoke, or maybe they did. But I'm sensing that it might have been you who started talking about it. Something that you wanted to something you wanted to end, you wanted to put an end to something from the past that might have been unresolved. And I'm just sensing that it ended up being a bit too much, or not too much for them, but it was just a lot of input, a lot of information, a lot of things that they had to think about. They had to think about this, and they might have said that the last time you spoke that they had to think about it. And so maybe you came with some kind of treaty, like a peace treaty, like if that even makes sense. But like you wanted to find a solution to this, so that both of you could could feel like there's closure from, or something. I don't know. But they had to think about it. They weren't. There's a bit of uncertainty here. They weren't certain about what they should do next, or how to deal with this. So with this card here, the magician, with the magician here, I think this person might have felt like you were being a bit crafty the last time you spoke. You spoke very rationally and logically. It made a lot of sense what you were saying, and you made it very. It seems as if you brought up the past, you seem to actually go along with talk about it in a good, decent way, where you seem to have thought a lot about it, and you were able to see both sides to it, and like you were able to understand their side as well as your own, and so you presented it in a very, very intelligent way, where it was just very obvious that you had thought a lot about it, and that you had analyzed it very well, and that your analysis of what happened was very on point, and like this person didn't disagree with you on your analysis of it, but for some reason it was still a bit too much for them. Like they weren't really at a place where they were ready to own up to their part yet. They were still, like, I'm sensing that for some of you, this person was still hurt, or still is hurt about something that happened in the past. And you were hurt as well. I feel like you were hurt as well, but then you've processed it. You've gone through this whole process. You've thought things through. You've analyzed the situation. You've had time to really analyze your reaction as well, what you did wrong as well, and what you shouldn't have done, and what you regret doing back then. And you're able to see it very clearly now because you've processed it, but this person has not. And you also have to take that into account, that this person just dropped a bomb on them that they did not expect. And suddenly, even though everything you said made perfect sense, good analysis of what was going on back then, and they were happy to hear that you actually took accountability for some of the things that you did wrong as well, and like everything made sense to them, but it was just too much to process in such a short amount of time. Like they had to start being okay with it at the moment, like in a matter of seconds, while you have had a long time to kind of ease yourself into becoming okay with it. And so I think this person felt like it was a lot to process, that they also felt like you had questionable motives, even though everything you said was very, very rational, and it made sense. But they felt like you were still being a bit crafty, like they didn't really trust your intentions. So they thought you were being a bit manipulative, even though you weren't, but that was just how it felt, because you came, also because you presented this thing to them, this whole story from the past, where it was very obvious that you had thought about it for a long time. And to them, that's a sign of you being crafty, like you're, because they hadn't thought that much about it afterwards. They hadn't made that whole analysis that you had made. So they felt you had tried to gain the upper hand by really just strategizing for a long time, like how you, I don't know, but I don't think that's so at all your, like, I think you had good intentions. I think you just wanted to work things out with this person. But for whatever reason, they felt like you were being a bit crafty. With a two here, which is the High Priestess. Yeah, I think this person might have felt like you did all this in secrecy, like you had. They felt a bit ambushed in a way, or they felt like you had been keeping this from them this whole time, like all this time where they felt like everything was sort of starting to be okay with between you two. They realized that obviously things had not been okay because you had been thinking about this a lot and analyzing it a lot and holding a grudge against them for a long time, that they weren't aware that you even had, because for some reason I think this person didn't really expect you to have a grudge on them. So there is, for some of you, I think the situation here could have been that you had some kind of argument in the past. This person felt hurt by you, but were not able to see how they hurt you as well. That it wasn't just them who were that they were not the only victim here, that you were a victim too to their actions. So I think they have just been waiting for an apology. They've just been waiting for an apology from you, and so they've just been thinking like that, thinking that they were the bigger man or woman for still speaking with you after this happened, and so they felt like they had the upper hand over you because they were the victim. You were the one who had to apologize and make it up to them. And so when I feel like the last time you spoke, you dropped the bomb on them that made them realize that you were hurt too, and they hadn't realized that, and they understand why you were hurt when you explained it to them, but they hadn't thought about it before, and so suddenly they didn't have the upper hand over you. Suddenly they had to apologize, and they've been waiting for an apology from you, and so suddenly things have shifted, and I think they didn't feel comfortable with that. They didn't. It was very unexpected, and they felt like you had kept that a secret from them, that you had just been passive aggressive, that you hadn't. Why didn't you come up to them and say to them that you were hurt as well? So with the six of nothing, six major arcana number 6. Oh, that's the lovers. Lovers reversed. So I think the last time you spoke, I think this person felt like a hostility from you. That there wasn't a lot of love there. That also maybe that they felt like you were an option before, an option that they could unlock if they wanted to, like with the victim thing, like they felt like they were the victim, so if they wanted to make peace with you, it was their choice. And I think they felt that way as well around love. Like, I don't know if this was a love connection or if this, I don't know, but I'm just sensing that this person felt like they had the key to that, like they were in control over like if they wanted to date you, they could also not do that, like that it was their choice. They could pick and choose, and so it's kind of this cocky energy that I'm getting from this person, that they felt like they could just do whatever with you, like because they felt like you owed them a bit because of that thing in the past that was a mutual victimization, but where they didn't realize that until recently, or until the last time you spoke. And so they felt like they could just, that you were like a book on the shelf, and they could like pick you out of the shelf and read you, and then they could just put you back in, and like they they could call you and you would come, like they could text you, you would write them back, but they didn't, like if you texted them, they might not have felt like they needed to text you back because they didn't owe you anything, like and so this person might have acted a bit like a dick towards you by not texting you back, by not returning your calls, and just expecting you to come every time they call you, and then like they might have also used this thing in the past. I'm just sensing that they've used it as like a power tool, like because then they've been able to choose when they wanted to be friends with you and when they didn't want to be friends with you. So every time it was inconvenient for them to be friends with you, because they were busy or doing something else, or because they just didn't want to, then they could just tell you like, but we're not friends, like, and then when it was convenient for them to have you in their life, they would befriend you again and say like that they forgive you for what happened, and so can we be friends again? But like then they can turn on you easily and say like, oh, I'm not okay with what happened anyways, like now I've changed my mind, and yeah, it's very toxic energy. But yeah, I think they have felt that way, that they had the choice, that it was their choice, and I think you took that choice from them. The last time you spoke, the choice for a romantic relationship suddenly, because suddenly your connection had shifted, because you mentioned that you had felt victimized as well, and then they realized that now you were no longer like an option for them, where they could just choose to be with you romantically if they wanted to, that suddenly they had to actually work for it and fight for it in a way where it wouldn't be comfortable for them, because then they would have to admit that they made a mistake back then, and that's not something they want to admit. Like they don't want to apologize for what happened, because then they would lose their power over you. And so it's more important for them to try to maintain that power. And so it wouldn't come as a surprise to me that the next time you speak with this person, that they will try very hard to not take accountability for what happened in the past, even though you've presented a very rational and logical case in front of them that made them realize what a dick they were. And it was very, very, like, they couldn't argue with it at the time, but they will try to find a way to find some kind of argument that they can use, like something that they can use to shift things around and create order to things, and make the order go back to how it was before, where they were on top, you were on bottom, where they had power over you. And so I don't think they are going to own up to it. They are not going to take accountability. With the Hierophant reversed, I think, this this person probably, like this person, person, like, I don't like this person because I feel like they see you as an alternative. Like they see you as, like, worst case scenario, they can go to you. Like you're this alternative for them if their plan doesn't go as, like, I think they want something else, but they, not when they don't have any other alternative, like, then they go to you. And like this person doesn't prioritize you. They don't put you high on the list. This person is a bit of a user. Like they use people when they need them. Like when they need something, they call people, but they don't call people unless they need something. And that's not a good sort of relationship to be in. And yeah, with the Emperor reversed, this is not your man. If you're a woman, or if you're if this person is a man, like, this is not your, this person is not for you. And it's because like this person has too fragile of an ego. This person cannot be with someone like you because they found their match. Not that you're crafty and all of that this person is. No. But it doesn't come as a surprise to me that they see you as crafty, but because they are very crafty themselves, and sometimes people project, and this person projects a lot, and yeah, they think you are crafty because they are crafty, and so but you're not. You're and yeah, this person, like this person, if it's a man, he's just not he's not man enough. He can't man up and own up to his responsibilities. He's still he's still a child. Like he hasn't grown up. He's still like a child searching for freedom in life, and not getting bound to anyone. Just going out and getting exactly what they want for themselves without any regards to other people. Like, yeah. Yeah. And they can't settle for like a one person. If this is someone you have a crush on, like this is not the right person for you, because this person is not in that place in their life where they can live in a monogamous relationship. That's just not possible for them now, because they are so impulse driven, desire driven. They just go after what they desire. They are like a child that just can only think like, I want this, and so I'll get it. And I'll find a way to get it. And if I have to cry in the store so that my mom will get so embarrassed that she will give it to me, then so be it. Like, and yeah, that's the mind games. I'm not saying children play mind games, but they do try to search the boundaries. Like, what can I do in order to get what I want? And all children are psychopaths to a degree, because they haven't developed that. I don't know, but yeah, a psychopath just thinks like, I want to reach a goal, and so it doesn't matter how I'll get there. It doesn't matter if I'm gonna find my way to the road in a shameful way, because psychopaths don't feel shame, and they don't don't have any empathy for whoever they have to cross in order to get there, whoever they have to slay down in order to get there. And so, yeah, I think this person uses people as tools. They just see people as assets, things that they can use in order to get forward in life. And so I think they've just seen you as an asset, something that someone they could benefit from being friends with at certain times in their life, and then in other times where you were getting in the way of them reaching their goal, or if you were taking away some of their precious time from whatever I don't know, they would just drop you as dead weight. Like and yeah, I think you should try maybe to keep your distance from this person, because I don't think this person is worth it. Like, they are not worth talking to. You won't get anywhere with them. And yeah, so I think that's all I have for you, group number 4. I hope this reading was helpful, and if it was, please subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you in my next reading. Bye.